Good afternoon. Today's date, the 26th of September, 2024, and I'm here with
Michael Lorenzo, owner and baker at Think Cheesecake.
Think Cheesecake. So, Michael Lorenzo is numero uno, number one, in our Maryland Neighborhood Business Development Project, where we seek to spotlight innovative, creative, sweet, might I add, sweet to it, businesses that make our lives more meaningful, comfortable, and businesses that are kind. And Michael, tell me about Think Cheesecake. What led you to that business?
So I have been baking for probably 20, 25 years. Learned it from my mother and father and grandparents too. But for the last 7 years, I've been really honing in on cheesecakes because that's my favorite dessert and a lot of people love them as well. But then about 3 years ago, right after the pandemic or maybe mid-pandemic, everyone was saying, man, you got to sell these things. You got to sell these things. I didn't think nothing of it. I went to my first pop-up in 2020, which is a little venue we can sell different varieties of goods. Sold out in less than 2 hours. So that kind of gave me the trigger that I could be on to something.
Yeah.
I did another one the next month, sold out once again in less than an hour because people had, by then they knew I was coming. And there I went ahead and got my logo, got my name, got everything started to make it legally established as a business. And I've been going strong ever since.
Outstanding. So, what part of Maryland are you from?
I'm born and raised in Oxon Hill, Maryland.
Where did you attend high school?
I went to Friendly, and I also went to Cross, and I did the vocational program at Crossland High School.
Outstanding. What did you do at Vortec?
I was general contracting, but specializing in HVAC, heating, venting, and air conditioning.
And why should folk choose your cheesecake over any others?
It's the best.
Okay. Mr. Suleiman, you're the guy behind the project. You brought him in this afternoon. Tell me why.
Well, I'll admit that I am biased and that, just like Mr. Lorenzo, cheesecake is my favorite dessert as well. And some people might call it hyperbole, but this is my honest truth that when I had his cheesecake, the expression
you
that
say
I
to me,
made,
all others faded in the distance.
indeed, it was outstanding, and I knew I had to meet who was behind the crafting of his cake, and I was pleased to know that he was not just a run-of-the-mill or big-name producer, but he's from our community, and that's when I thought we need to get this out there. People need to know that here in Prince George's County, we have the best cheesecake in the world.
Indeed. And I have here the former mayor of Fairmont Heights, Miss front desk manager, Miss Brooks. Miss Brooks, go over to the cheesecake and tell me what you think. Have you had any of it yet?
I had one.
And what was your opinion?
It was very good. It was delicious.
And would you recommend it to others?
I would.
What do you think about our neighborhood business promotion project, spotlighting small
I
businesses in our
love
community?
the idea of spotlighting people, our black-owned people, trying to establish a business, and with pies like this, we can't go wrong.
Mr. Lorenzo,
Cheesecake
show us what you got today. Ms. Brooks, if you can just...
So today, you can stay here, Ms. Brooks.
Okay.
Today we had a variety. We had 6 total, but after the good day of sales, we have the thyme for key lime, the cookies and cream, and probably my personal favorite right now is the lemon pound. Almost like a lemon pound cake in a cheesecake form.
Amazing.
Outstanding.
And you got some more stuff in the box over here.
Yeah, I have 2 other ones. I had today also the banana cream, which is like banana pudding. And also have the bourbon sweet dreams. This one here is the one we took second place in an award ceremony in Baltimore, Maryland for the Food Network. And we'll get to go to the Nationals next month in Charlotte to represent Maryland and PG County.
Outstanding. This is wonderful.
And
This
what's
is-
that on top of this?
It's got the sweetened pralines on top.
Okay.
Bourbon inside the crust. But then it's got a pecan crust with pralines crushed up inside the crust as well. So you're getting the full
Outstanding.
flavors all the way through.
Wow.
I just wanted to say a few final words before we kind of go over to Mr. Palmer over here, who's going to tell us a few things about the importance of small businesses in our community. Go ahead.
So I think it's important to have small businesses. This is my second venture into small businesses. I own my own general contracting company, and I've had so for the last 10 years. But I've kind of ventured away from that into the baking because both things I love, but this is the one thing that I hope to really grow, but also kind of adds a sense of community as well. Growing up in PG County, I live in PG County as well, still in Bowie, Maryland.
Yeah, we always say Prince George's, but that's all right.
Depending on where you're from. Where I grew up, it was PG. Well, we'll say Prince George's County for the sake of the interview today. But
Yes.
I love it here. My daughter lives in Greenbelt. My wife and I, we live in Bowie, Maryland. So we plan on staying here. So establishing a local business, I think, would do well. It's gotten a lot of buzz and good feedback from the community thus far. And just hope to continue to something in the future as well.
Well, I just want to say God bless you. Mr. Palmer, any final words about neighborhood businesses like this Cheesecake Factory?
Neighborhood.
Not the Cheesecake Factory, but the original Cheesecake. The original Cheesecake, which is
Think
better
Cheesecake.
than Cheesecake Factory.
Think cheesecake.
Think Cheesecake and stores like it, small businesses are very important to the community. You know, it brings a sense of hope and love, and it really spreads good joy throughout the community.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. I
love
couldn't
that
put it
form.
more. I want to say that the bourbon is very, very
Tempting.
interesting, and I want to make sure you put that out there because, yes, indeed. And
That looks
yes,
delicious.
indeed. Thank
Is
you
that
so
a
much.
pecan?